This is our brand new home and we are officially at the halfway point to completing the renovation. My name is Orion, this is Jess and Benji, and we have recently welcomed our daughter to the world, Lilia. And together we thought it'd be a great idea whilst having a baby right near Christmas to take on moving house and completely renovating it. From gutting it completely out to rewiring our house, I even took my hand at a bit of plumbing. It has been quite the task to undertake. But with the moving day getting ever so slightly closer, I thought I'd show you guys where we've got up to now and where we hope to end up. So make sure you hit subscribe and follow along every single Wednesday and Sunday to see how we turn this house into our home. Since the last video, quite a bit has actually changed around this place and I'm excited to share it with you. However, it wouldn't be possible without today's sponsor, Renovation, to keep us safe and secure in our new home. Christmas has definitely come early as they've sent us a huge box of security cameras as well as a camera to keep an eye on our newborn as well when we're not in the same room, which is going to be super helpful. But I think we open this up and see what exactly we have got inside. Okay, well, it's safe to say I was not expecting this, but if I take this out, look at the size of this camera. I'm going to be able to see everything at all times outside, which is perfect because I tell you something, when it gets dark, when the house is lit up, we are literally a beacon in the middle of nowhere. So I'm so glad for this. It also comes with all of the cables we're actually going to need to hook this thing up. And of course, inside the other box, we have the little camera to keep an eye on Lily. If I just put these two together, look at the size difference. This actually kind of looks like a little person, which is quite funny. It's not meant to go this way, but I like the way it looks. I think before we go through the effort of drilling holes through the wall and mounting it outside, let's go plug it in and get it set up. All right, I have it all wired up. It's moving on its own. Interesting. I think I need to download the app to get it installed all properly, which was really easy. I literally just plugged it in, downloaded the app, and it already knew the device was there, set it up, it initialized within, I don't know, 10 seconds, if that, and it's just working. Obviously I'm holding it right now, but it does work. So if I just open up the app, there's the camera, tap on the camera, and look at that. You can see me. What's even more bizarre about this is if I press this button, oh my lord, that is quite frightening. And then I also pressed the button by mistake and I didn't realise. I pressed this button and it's the torch. Look at that, I got my own lighting. How cool is that? Also comes with a bunch of other features like talk through, but this one with the ability to like move the camera and stuff like that. I need to be careful because it's obviously just lying on its side there. But using this little control pad, I can actually move the camera to where I want to see. And as you can tell, it's completely 360 as well. So if I actually mounted this to like a post, you'd be able to see so much stuff. Frankly, I am actually super impressed how easy that was just to set up and start going. Just because of how good that was, I'm going to very quickly plug the other one in and show that one. And as I don't have another Ethernet cable, I'm actually going to set this one up wirelessly and scan the QR code.
QR code on the camera.
It does it in different languages. It even talks to me to tell me what to do. What I was not expecting is to scan the QR code on my phone using the camera. And it just connects. I feel like I'm in the future. This stuff, it's blowing my mind. And just like that, we're all set up. So now, look at that. How good is that? Can I control this one as well? Oh my God, look at this. Amazing. I've just realised that this camera also has an alarm built into it, so I could put it in Benji's room and wake him up. I probably won't do that, it's a bit mean, isn't it? But I'm actually gobsmacked. Speaking of Benji though, one of the things that I do really like about this camera is the talk through feature, so I can tap to talk and then I can literally just communicate via the camera. And it's echoing. But how good is that? I am just genuinely so impressed. Again, a massive thank you to Renovation for sending these over and keeping us safe in our new home. With our last place, we had so many concerns, like security concerns, that this is really going to be a peace of mind. I'm looking forward to getting it all set up. I can't do it all right this minute. I would love to show it completely all hooked up, which will probably be featured in another vlog coming up soon. But because of the nature of like having my network all wired up and stuff like that, I can't do it right this minute. But stay tuned for a future vlog where I'm sure you'll be seeing more of Reolink. All right, I'm sure you're dying to see how we've progressed in the house so far. And as you may have spotted from the Reolink unboxing, we have finally got carpet. So if I take my boots off real quick, I can show you how the bedroom's looking. What a difference it has made. Honestly, to think of where this bedroom was when we first got here to where it is now is it's mind-boggling, honestly. I know it is very white, which is intentional because right now we are just focused on getting the house fresh and clean as possible. So we just put white paint down so we can come back and decorate in the future, like in a few months time or whatever. If we want to change colours of the wall, or if we, have a change of heart on what we want to do with the place. But the kids' room, I can almost say, is completed. There is a lot of spots, as you can see how patchy this is, and the wall itself that need painting, and some spots on the ceiling as well, which have been patched up. Again, needs paint. So there are some touch-up jobs left to do in the bedrooms as well as fit the doors. However, I literally just got the carpet in because, as I said, it got cancelled and then reorganised and then reorganised again. It's been a whole palaver, but I'm glad that they are actually in now. It honestly makes such a difference. It feels like a finished, complete room. I can't believe when I look back at the footage of what this room actually looked like to how it looks now. It's so nice. But this room is very, very close to being livable, quote unquote. It's in a good spot now where we can actually start moving furniture in here, seal off the room from getting like dust in it and stuff like that. I actually need to cover the carpet, but that is the next step for this room. I can't hoover the floor because I don't have a hoover here because there's lots of fluff and bits all over the place, but this close to being done in here. Heading down the corridor, we are finally into our bedroom, which is again looking much better. Same kind of story in here. It is this close to being finished. As I said, it's literally the same thing. There's a couple of touch-up jobs with like the plaster work on the ceiling. Radiator needs to be painted. Windowsill needs to be sanded down and recoated and stuff like that, as well as like the door frame. But the desk space is all good. The wiring is currently still loose until I figure out exactly where on the desk to go and where the sockets should end up. But this is essentially going to be where Jess is going to have a little office space in the room. It's tucked away in the wardrobe, so it's not going to be like protruding into the room and taking up floor space, which is really nice. I might actually end up putting shelves at the top just for extra storage as well. But yeah, another room with carpet. If anything, this room has probably undergone the most change. If I remember correctly, the walls were like brown, and then we obviously ripped the walls apart to get it off and then seal them and then lining paper them and then paint them. It's taken a long time to get the walls to this finish. And even this wall could probably do with like one more coat, but because, as I mentioned for the other room, we might come back and change the colours of some of the rooms and stuff like that. There's no point painting it white again, because if we paint it whatever colour we decide to paint it, that'll be another coat on top. So yeah, I'm really happy with how the bedrooms have come. And again, I know I've said it, but finally having the carpet is such a relief, because it means that these bedrooms can be lived in now, and all these little jobs I'm talking about can be done down the line. As long as I fit the doors in, we can actually move in tomorrow, and we've got 2 rooms that we can feel comfortable in. The next room that has undergone the most amount of change is the bathroom. Oh my God, this room has been the bane of my existence. As you can tell, it is nowhere really close to being finished. It's probably got another day or two's worth of work on it. As you can literally see, the spacers are still in the wall because I was here until 11:30 p.m. last night tiling this whole room. So there's a couple of mistakes. It's not perfect, but frankly, I don't care. As long as it's sealed and it's good, that's all that matters to me. And honestly, I can't even think in my brain what the room used to look like. to how it does now. But boy, oh boy, does it make one hell of a difference. I'm pretty sure there's just some touch-up cleaning jobs in here. I need to grout all the tiles and plaster in this corner, paint the walls, and then fit the shower in here as well as the bath panel. And then this room is done. It sounds like a lot of jobs, but frankly, it probably won't take me that long to do all those things. Grouting is like a really quick job, to be honest. Plumbing in this, cutting this tile was so difficult to get the holes like spot on for where the copper pipe's going to come through. And then I've actually got like a fixing kit that you can see here that it just screws onto, and it's really easy to fit. So I'm not too worried about that. I have done the plumbing in the cupboard, as you've already seen in the previous video. All the plumbing is all set up and ready in there, and I also have like towel radiators and stuff ready to go to finish off the bathroom and then hang in the door, obviously. So yeah, trust me when I say this, I know there's a lot has changed from the last video, especially when it comes to like the tiles and stuff like that, but because I've been so against the wire in terms of like how long it's taken me to do this and when I've got to move in, there was just I just needed to put my head down and get it done. And there was like so many points of frustration and stress that it wasn't really like, I didn't want to be on camera doing those things. Like I want to show the process. Obviously you've seen me tile before, you've seen me fit the bath and do like the harder things. You don't need to watch me tile the rest of the room. Would have been nice to film it, but sometimes you just have to crack on. And when you're talking multiple hours of just tiling, it's a lot of footage. So yeah, the bathroom, what a change that has been. Now in terms of the rest of the house, there's Jess with the baby. Not much has happened yet, and as I film this, we are exactly 7 days away from moving in. So for the next week, we're going to finish off the corridor and the lounge and get them all patched up, like do all of the plaster work and stuff like that, because around the top there was like what's called like a picture rail that ran around the entire room, and we ripped that all off and it needs to be filled, painted, and then these rooms will be done as well as sanding the floor. That's probably the next video you're going to see. I will say this, as you've obviously seen, a lot has changed since the last video. There's going to be quite like that now for the next few videos, as I am in just such a rush to get the rooms or the house in general ready to be lived in, that I can't be stopping and filming everything. So if I do something new, like sanding down the parquet floor that I've got, then I will 100% film that and showcase it for you, and you'll see us do, you know, a bit of progression here and there. But I wanted to film the video now and show where we've got up to at this point, to essentially look back on when we get to the end game where we're moving in. I have to admit, I am very nervous about sanding this floor down. It's something I have never done before, and whilst I have never been a plumber before or never been an electrician before, to me those things, a lot of it is like logical, it makes sense, and it's fairly self-explanatory and common sense. At least that's how it comes across to me, whereas doing this, if I mess it up, it's really hard to undo it. Do you know what I mean? Like if I sand it down too coarse, it ruins the floor, or if it's like the boards are too loose and it lifts the floor, like stuff like that, it could really damage the floor. So I have got some help. I have people coming in like to come and help me. I've got family and stuff like that. My dad's spending a lot of time here at the moment, which is another reason why I haven't filmed as much, so we can just crack on with it. But I'm nervous. That's the final thing to do. Once the floor is done, we can come in and move our stuff in, because that is the last thing in this house that will create dust. If you have any tips on how to restore this beautiful flooring, which currently looks absolutely burnt, then as always, please leave me some comments in the section below. I do listen to all of your advice, critique, and so on, and it's genuinely been so useful to hear you guys give me advice and help and stuff like that. I do have another thing that I haven't mentioned as well. I have a pump. Now, I did get advised to buy, I want to say it's a Stuart Turner pump. However, it'd been bought for me and I didn't really have much say in it. So I have a Salamander full house pump in a box up there. So that is something that I need to fix my water pressure, because this is not ideal, especially in the bathroom, where if I need to run a bath, like, could take a while. But even if you're not a professional who knows what they're doing with flooring, let me know what you think. Do you think I've done a good job so far? Do you think I will get it done in the next 7 days? I'm not sure. You're gonna have to stay tuned to find out. But I think on that note, guys, I'm gonna wrap up today's video, as this was just kind of like an update on where we're at and what's going to be happening moving forwards, because obviously so far you've seen every single detail of me doing things, and I just can't do that with 7 days on the clock. I won't be able to film it all, so I'm going to try and set up some cameras and stuff to capture a bit of time lapsing if I can do, and of course I will show us doing the floor. But you know, I could actually use my new camera. I'll get the camera set up and I'll film us moving around the house and stuff like that. I'm so glad that Reolink sent that out. I really do appreciate it. So a big shout out again to Reolink. If you want to get yourself a camera and save yourself some money this Christmas, then make sure you check the link in the description below, or it will be pinned in the comment section as well. This kit is genuinely really cool. I've had a lot of different cameras over the years and this snubs them all. So big shout out to Reolink. If I have any artists out there who want to turn this into a little caricature, I would really appreciate it. It'd be really funny to see this with like some eyes and some legs rolling around. But alas, I'm gonna disappear. I am absolutely shattered. My body is in bits. Whilst doing, 12, 14 hour days here on renovation, I've also got really broken sleep because we've just had a baby and it's challenging. We're kind of doing our best, and I'm sure you guys appreciate that and are very understanding. I know everyone keeps telling me to take a break and a rest, and believe me, after I've moved in, that's it. I'm done for a while. I need to slow down and have a break, because I haven't had a break at all since Lily was born. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Another shout out to Reolink again, because that is genuinely really impressed me. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace, much love. Bye-bye. This is our brand new home, and we have turn this into like a little couch. Like, I thought I would review. I'm so glad that and save you some as I shit. Mm.